I've got this old glass table out back, and boy, it is a mess. First thing I gotta do is get it all cleaned up. Next, I'm gonna tape around all of the edges. I gotta make sure that any epoxy that we pour is not gonna drip underneath. Next, we're gonna do that 2-part epoxy. It's important when doing epoxy to make sure you thoroughly mix it. Next step, take that clear epoxy and we're gonna pour it halfway down the table. Once we get it poured on there, the next step, making sure we're wearing gloves, is to spread it out. Next, we're gonna mix a little bit of teal. What that's gonna do is give us that nice rich color right there. When we go next to the clear epoxy, we're gonna pour it out. After we pour this out, we're gonna go with the darker green. Next, it's white. Go ahead and make sure it's pretty thick, and you're gonna pour it right at the top of the clear epoxy. Here's where the magic starts. You're gonna take a hairdryer, not using heat, just air, and you're gonna start spreading out that white. And then mix another cup, because waves always come in pairs, don't they? We're gonna let this cure for a little bit, and we're gonna go back to that ugly base. I'm gonna take some 80 grit sandpaper, start getting rid of all that flaky paint. Next, I turn the table upside down to start on the legs, start spraying it with some good spray paint. The next day, it was time to put on the darkest color we have. Once I get it all spread out, I'm gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes to self-level. Next, it's time to put some more waves on, but these don't go straight across. These are kind of random because they're out farther at the sea. We're going to take that hairdryer and spread it all out. The next step is to put it all together. I took it back outside and I put some matching chairs with it. Isn't it absolutely amazing? What a wonderful addition to the back porch.
Spray paint's pretty straightforward, right? You spray and it paints. Apply several colors to the surface of water first, and you get a gorgeous marbled pattern. This technique is called hydro dipping. You'll need a large plastic container. This should be deep enough for you to fully submerge the item you want to marble. Protective gloves and several spray paint colors. I'm using rustic pink, metallic turquoise, metallic gold, and metallic oil rubbed bronze. Clear coat protective spray, a drop cloth, and painter's tape. If there is any surface of your item that you absolutely don't want painted, cover that item with painter's tape before dipping. Fill the container with water. Spray each paint color onto the surface of the water in random places. Do this fairly quickly. You can spray 2 colors at a time to go even faster. Start dipping immediately as you don't want the paint to dry on the water's surface. Hold the table upside down so the top surface will be in direct contact, and gently dip straight down into the water until it's fully submerged. Reload the surface of the water with spray paint again. Hold the table so that the legs will be dipped this time. As you dip, go slow as you want the paint to be drawn towards the legs. This will continue the marbling pattern upwards, versus just getting the bottom surface of the leg. Reload the surface again and keep dipping until you are happy with the marbling effect. Once dry, remove the painter's tape. Apply 2 coats of the clear coat protective spray over a drop cloth.
Today I have the perfect summer project. I purchased some of the seashells and they were perfectly clean, but I also had some shells that I collected on various vacations. They needed a bit of cleaning, so there is a simple way of doing that, and that is to place them in a bowl and pour peroxide over them. Look how clean they got. So while your shells are soaking, take your old candles and put them in the freezer. I left mine in overnight. Then simply flip them over and tap on the glass. I have to admit I was skeptical that this would work, but look how easy they came out. It is amazing. Now remove the old wicks and break the wax into pieces. Place the pieces in your wax melter and Stir occasionally until melted. If you can, fill a large dough bowl or tray with sand so that you can hold the shells level. Before pouring the wax in, place an adhesive circle on the lowest part of your shell and then attach the wick. Now slowly pour the wax in. If you wish to add things like the crushed glass or the starfish, wait about 20 minutes until the wax is starting to set, or else your decorative pieces will sink to the bottom. Another thing you can do is to dye the wax. This is simple, and all you need to add is a little mica dye to the wax when the wax is melting. A little goes a long way. If you have any wax left over, you could always make a new candle in one of your old glass containers. Simply clean them out, add the wick, and pour the rest of the wax in. Another option is to paint the interior of the shells gold. I started by just doing the edges, but then painted the full interior gold because I wanted the shells to look good as the candle melted. Let the paint completely dry before adding the wax. The last thing to do before displaying is to cut the wicks to about 1/2 inch tall.
So I'm going to start off by sanding this. I believe this is a 100 grit sanding block, but it doesn't really matter that much. We just want to give it kind of a roughened edge so that we have something for our art to stick to. Once you've sanded it, go ahead and clean it off. I like to use 91% isopropyl alcohol. Now that it's prepped, we're going to apply some paint to it to give ourselves a bit of a background. You don't want just a straight kind of boring beach scene, so you can kind of even predefine how your waves are going to kind of go. I'm going to add some of the lighter blue and blend this while it's still wet, so we have a graduation of color here. And lastly, I'm going to get in here with just a little bit of white, not too much. Now, because we are going to be blending this with the blue, it's not going to stay perfectly white, but it is just a background, so do not worry about it. So now that this is dry, we're going to mix up our resin. I'm using Mixed Media Girl Artist resin, and then you want to mix this for about 3 to 4 minutes. Make sure you scrape the sides and scrape the bottom as you go while you mix. The dyes are very, very concentrated. You only need a couple drops. My colors are fully mixed and we are ready to go. Let's start off with the dark blue. I'm going to put it at the edge of the table here. And I'm going to just gently move this around with my hand. All right, we're going to get in here with the lighter blue. And the lighter blue, I'm going to bring all the way down here. And we're going to overlap that darker blue as well. Okay, now we're going to get into the really fun part, which is the waves. And I'm going to be doing probably one wave on this, but feel free to do more. I think on the first layer, it's best to just do the one wave. So I'm going to take my heat gun. This is an Amtake heat gun. I'm going to use it on high, and I'm going to start off by heating the water and then right above the waves, and then I'm going to be blowing the waves into the water. So here we go. All right, this is now completely dry. We're back, it's the next day. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sand this again. We want to rough up the resin just a little bit before we put on the next coat. So here we go. All right, we've cleaned this and we're ready to go. So go ahead and mix up your resin again like we did at the beginning of the video. And I'm going to cover the entire table with resin. And I have decided I am going to do a second layer of waves in this top coat. So I'm going just a little bit above my other ones, and it's going to kind of overlap those a bit. All right, that's all there is to it. I think this is fantastic. Lots of depth in this piece. So I'm going to let this fully dry, and then I'm going to be sanding off the drips on the bottom. Here is our beach coffee table all set up and ready to go. I love it. I think it matches perfectly with my decor, and I love that it is such an easy project. So thank you so much for watching Home Talk. We'll see you next time.